Look at her. They even got a weave in the baby hair. Look at her hair. That's because that's weave right there in her hair. And look at him.
For you bet these ain't gonna be. She gonna be in the streets, and he gonna be a thug.
he already. No, he looked like, why y'all got me with this stupid suit, this stupid outfit on? I don't even like this. Okay. All right. I guess she wants to be a Marilyn Monroe. I think maybe the
That
black version. Maybe the black
that
version of
dress,
Marilyn Monroe.
that whole look is way before her. Is way
And she all of
ahead
7.
of time.
She all of 7. She is all of 7.
Like I don't understand this point. Why are you dressing these little kids up like they going to prom and they ain't going nowhere?
Well, they playing. I guess they playing dress up. I guess.
They're playing dress up. Okay,
But I think I would have more important things to do with my money than that.
exactly.
Hello. Oh, nah. You know what? They almost cute. They almost cute.
No.
The little girl is funny. Maybe it's a smile on her face because she's like I'm cute.
She toothless.
Well, this is true too. Yeah, she lost her baby teeth.
All of here in the front ain't got nothing. Look at that little snack.
She lost her baby teeth, and the little boy is smiling. They actually, I don't like the ensemble, but they cute though. They're cute. They cute, huh, Poo Poo? They cute. Yeah, they cute.
They cute.
Yeah, they cute. They cute. Dr. Fight, they cute.
No.
He said no. Now them, they didn't spend but about that's like about $20 worth of fabric. So they didn't go. The parents didn't go too bad on that. That's about $20 worth of material. That was yeah. That's some cheap stuff.
That's feather, the bow, all
Yeah,
that.
all that was $1.50 each or something. It didn't cost much.
Now there are some here that are actually cute.
Let's see.
Like they're cute.
Oh,
They are cute.
oh, oh, I don't like the two toes. They cute though. They cute.
They look like Braden's age.
They cute. What she said on her? What she said?
She's a prom princess.
A prom princess. Oh, she is cute.
Her hair is all
Her
cute.
hair's all put up in the little the little boy hair now don't like. But he cute though still. Look how they looking at each other like they like each other. Oh, that's cute.
So they were cute.
They were cute. Okay.
It's another one here. They're cute.
She got the one shoulder. Oh, yeah, they cute too.
See, this is why kids act way older than what they are, because you put the stuff like that.
Yeah, the child she even got no shoulder. Look at the one the shoulder.
Look at that.
I mean, look. Girl, put that little arm in that. She need another
In that dress.
Yeah. The little boy is cute. He cute. He got his Easter ensemble. To be honest, I mean really, he got his Easter clothes.
And he got a haircut.
And he got a haircut. Yes, Lord. He got a nice little boy haircut.
There you go. Boy haircut.
Thank you, Lord.
But it's some other ones in here that's just absolutely adorable.
Oh no! Hey, that player.
You know, she got the little gloves on.
Hey, player. Oh my God. She look like yeah, she don't take no stuff. Oh my God, they
she
cute.
like him hold her hand and everything.
Right. Hey, player is cute, but I don't like his hair though. But look at the shades. Oh my God, that was hilarious.
The fact that he got the little lines on his shoulder.
Oh yeah, he Mufasa. Look, he Mufasa.
Look at that the face.
Oh, that's why you know they're cute. Stop playing. Oh my God!
Hey, this is a better take than the grown people going to prom.
Yeah,
baby is cute.
Yeah. She got that little wrap on her shoulder like she about 99. Yeah, I bet that's her great grandmama's thing.
Great grandmama wrap.
Her wrap. Oh my God, this is funny.
This is the little babies. This is adorable. Yeah. Oh, not them.
Oh
her.
No. Oh.
Now this one way too grown.
Oh my God, where is the picture? The big version of that.
That's what Dr. Fight said.
With the cage on the face.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
I'll show that in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Man,
yeah.
it's hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh.
Man, the babies is cracking me up.
Yeah, the babies was cute. I mean, I don't know if it was unnecessary. But yeah, okay.
You got them little cuties.
Oh, they both cute. But here's the thing. Can you all start putting your children in dress shoes at an early age so they'll know how to dress themselves and not to wear gym shoes. This child got on gym shoes, I believe. Got on gym shoes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to put the child on some shoes.
But the little cute people.
And she cute. They cute. But she got that wanna be Angel Mama bow on top of her head.
Uh-uh.
It ain't really working for me. Oh no, hey, hey.
Now again, you go back to the hood ones.
Oh no, oh no. Is that a boy?
Uh-huh.
Oh, whoa.
And look like they painted his jeans to be that color.
Oh wow.
And where's she going? She was like 7 going on 17.
She posing like her mama. That's not something her mother did. She got that from mommy.
Look at Dr. Fight.
But look at the little boy's hair. He got more hair than her. But
I hate to say this. I really do. I really do. But if I look at a picture and the first thing I think of is child support, there's a problem. There's a problem.
did he spend child support? Where did you go from that?
Because they probably took child support to get these outfits.
And not just that, but I think I see that in both of these kids' futures. Like I really see, and y'all probably gonna say, "Ooh, Dr. Fight, that's wrong." But I don't see lawyers and doctors when I look at this picture right here. This boy got a gold chain on with a P on it.
I didn't even see the gold chain.
Boy got a gold chain with a P on it. Okay.
A big ghetto chain on top of that.
And they got on Air Force Ones. Like, I mean, really.
I didn't even know what the gym shoe was. I'm just saying, what happened to just putting on decent shoes?
But okay, like Dr. Fight said that. Look at the setting behind. You know what that is.
Oh, I didn't pay that any attention. Well, hell, the grass cut.
Barely.
I mean, the grass is mowed and its edge looks
Okay,
like.
first of all, do you see any grass on the left?
What I tried to, I wasn't focused on that side. I was focused on the other side.
That's dead grass. Ain't nothing there.
Right, but I was looking on the other side. Where the shrubs I trimmed up, I was looking on that side.
You see all that in the back. You know what that's gonna be.
That's an old woman that live over there. The young people live to the left. The old lady, Miss Eloise, live over to the right. Daquan and Shaniqua live on the left. Okay. And these two babies here, probably products of Daquan and Shaniqua. This is not Miss Eloise grandbabies.
Well, at least they were smart enough to say we're gonna position the babies where it look good over here and not over here.
They need to.
So they were smart enough to do that.
Now,
anyway,
you turn that camera over a little more so you don't see the left.
Next picture.
Oh God, they may end up being the next physicist or
Yeah. Wait.
Hey, what's going on here right here? What happened right there? Okay.
Too grown.
Okay. He think he fine. Now he's about 10. And he already smelling himself. That right there in that picture.
Is a problem.
How you gonna tell the boy smelling himself? I think this right by far, I don't know what shoes he got on, but by far I think this probably is doing a little better than the previous ones you didn't show me.
What you had to drink for lunch?
H2O.
Okay, well you need some food.
First of all, this little girl, okay, granted she got her arms out, but I'm pretty sure she got some type of shawl or something, you know what I mean, put on somewhere. But they outside, so she don't really need it. This little boy, you know what I'm saying, I'm digging the haircut. You know, I would like a tie for a more formal event, but I mean, the whole fit though is pretty clean. He ain't too two-tone and all that stuff. He got the same print she got in her dress. It looked like he got on his coat, so he matching her. I mean, it ain't like it's white on one side of the coat and yellow on the other side of the coat. He got a white shirt on, white pants, and probably got on some white shoes.
You know what? I agree. I mean, he looks nice from the head, from the haircut and stuff, but his whole stance, the way he's looking, he is a handful. I'm
He a
telling you, he's
handful.
a handful. He's a handful. You don't have to tell me that. I know that's a handful right there.
I know that's
That's a handful. You ain't got to try to lie to me. I know better than that nonsense. You ain't got to try to lie to me. I know better than that.
and I think I got one more.
You got
And then
one more?
We'll go to the one Dr. Fight said because that won't scare.
That one scared the bejeebus out of me. I said, what's happening here? What is a little boy?
Uh-huh.
Oh, hey, pimpin'.
You got on them 11 lows.
I'm not gonna bother him. You know, he look cute. He look like
You
he's in.
don't bother him because he ain't dressed himself.
He look cute. He got a nice little haircut, I guess. He a cute little boy. He about 4, about 5, about 5. He a cute little boy. Okay, we're gonna let him slide, and he by himself. That I can appreciate.
But yeah, my little people, that was hilarious. So we're gonna go to what Dr. Fight sent me. What's it does?
I got very afraid of this.
You should have been.
I said, "What is that?" I was frightened. Look at this, you all. I looked at some of the comments, and this just goes to show people have no class. I'm just gonna be honest. They're like, that girl, she killing it. Oh my God, that is so classy. I'm like, what on earth are you looking at? She got a cage on her head. What in the bejeebus Nelson Mandela are you looking at? I have no idea what that is. Okay. It probably would have been okay with just the cape and the design on the dress. But we went way up here and had to put a chandelier on top of our head.
Or as they call it for a wedding, the candelabra.
Okay.
I
She
think
looked
that's
like
more of
a
a
throwback to what was his name? The piano man. Liberace. That's what she looked.
Liberace?
Yes. Liberace did all those outrageous things and stuff.
Oh,
That's what she looks like. What? And you were going to prom? Was she going to prom back to fight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait.
And-
Hold on. I got angles.
Oh.
Now I did put the car up here because the car was just nice in the inside.
She was in the road. Then went into the road.
Yeah. That's just.
Okay, that's nice.
That's the only thing that's about nice in this picture.
Okay, how much money did your parents spend on you today? Now they crying.
Yeah.
They're like, ooh, but see, I don't know. I'm talking out of somebody's pocket. That was wrong with me. Stop it, Kel. I'm talking out of nobody's wallet because I don't know.
You know.
I'm just saying, if you were gonna do that, first of all, the dress is somebody made the dress. It's homemade. Now, if I'm gonna be in a Bentley, I'm gonna buy the dress to match the Bentley. I don't need somebody to make my gown for me. That gown is homemade.
I don't know about that one.
You don't know about that?
That beadwork look a little too nice to be homemade.
I think it's homemade. Oh, she carried us holding a snake. Oh.
The first one she had on a brown snake.
Oh. So what's she supposed to be? What is this character she's supposed to be?
I don't know.
With the snake. Some kind of Egyptian something, right? I guess.
Well, I guess that's why she's taking all her pictures by herself because ain't nobody gonna stand next to her.
Oh yeah, that's a valid point. Well, the dress I don't know. I have my
think
doubts.
that's homemade.
Well, I know that candelabra on her head is, because anybody gonna sell that. I know that's made homemade. Yeah, I don't know, because I know that you can buy those pieces, those stud pieces. I mean, you can buy those pieces like that and put them on a dress. So,
but how that dress is tailored, it don't look because homemade dresses don't always be tailored nice.
Well, she still could have had it made. It could have still been designed, professionally made. But your child going to the prom, what else is she going to do for this? So what's going to be the next step? What is her wedding dress going to look like?
I guess she will. She'll have a double chandelier on her head.
I mean, so now this angle looks better because from the front angle right on, she look like she a little
touch.
Yeah, she a little fat. She a little chunky. So this angle looks better. Cause she a little bit of a gut on the first hand. And I'm not picking. I'm just looking and watching. What's that? See the angle right there?
Yes, another angle.
Yeah.
But I mean,
and then look at the nails. She got another snake. They're weird. Okay, let's just say they're weird. They're
They're
weird
weird.
people, right? They're weird people. Because if my child had come to me and said, "Oh, mom, this is what I want to wear to the prom," first of all, I'm gonna like, who paying for that? And and maybe she had a job and she worked and she made the money and she said, I'm paying for my own stuff for my prom. I mean, that's nice too. All I can say is that rose right there, that rose is very nice. I don't like really prints like the interior too much, but that rose is very nice. I can roll around in a rose. I can. Yeah, but that angle is not cute though. That
Wait,
angle,
whoa, pause. We're not just gonna walk right by that like you just didn't say what you just said. You said you can do what in a rose?
I said I can roll in the rose.
No, I thought you said I could roll around in the rose.
I didn't say that, but even if I did, no, I wouldn't roll around my rose because hey, I don't want them get messing around in my rose. Get out of here. It won't be no funny business in my Rolls Royce. Negatory. I ain't messing up nothing.
But a Toyota Camry, everything's free game, though.
I don't do the car action.
Why couldn't we start there? You know what I'm saying? Why couldn't we start there?
Okay, yeah. Well, can't go back too far, but for the most part, I never really done car action in my days. That just don't work for me.
What's not really?
It was not really.
Like the whole actual physical act, or like make it out, like.
Because you said I'm not really like that suggests I do something in the car.
And everything else got to be inside.
I did some things in the car, but not the whole physical act in the car.
Okay, what?
Hey, because you know what? Because when you in the throes of it, then you wonder like who coming around, who gonna watch, who gonna see you. So that kind of puts a kibosh on going the full distance in the car, because you just never know who's gonna sneak around like So no. Dr. Fight, did you ever go the distance in the car?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, he's like, oh yeah.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Really? And see, and for a woman, I don't know how you really get comfortable in the car. I don't know how you really get comfortable. Even if you put the seat all the way back, or it's still a little iffy.
Now for people, okay, most people they go in the back seat.
Yeah, but sometimes the back seat is not really. Now here's the funny part. Now when I'm remembering this thing, I had a little Toyota. Since Dr. Fight brought up, I did have a little Toyota, and it was a stick shift. So
when you was worried about rolling down the hill.
Right, but it was a Toyota. I think it wasn't a Tercel. It was a Toyota. What the heck was it? I gotta remember what it was. Anyway, the back seat was not back in the day. If you all remember how the Toyotas was kind of like small, oval, kind of triangle, kind of oval, small. They were small, so it ain't like you had a whole bunch of room in the back seat either. In the Toyota, you just did, and then you had to maneuver around the stick shift. Yeah. So we did some things, and it didn't go quite that far. I don't know how Dr. Fight did what he did, considering the fact that he's 6'4". I don't even know how I don't even know how that was even possible.
Don't even worry about all that. I ain't been 6'4" my whole life now.
I was gonna say, you always.
Yeah, but he had to be at least about 5'10".
You know how I go back in the day. I wasn't always this.
Everybody, first of all,
You remember Eddie Murphy line from like Beverly Hills Cop 2 when he would do stuff? He's like, I wasn't always a cop.
Okay.
I broke a law too.
But Dr. Fight, he had to be at least about 5'8", 5'10", somewhere around there. So he still was pretty darn tall.
Don't worry about all that. When there is a will, you make a way.
Well, Dr. Fight, was it just once or twice? How many times?
Hey, you asking too many questions now. You're asking too many questions. We ain't getting into all them details on the radio. Just know I got some car experience. That's all we talk about.
So then we just gonna say it was more than once. We know it was more than once.
I don't know who is we. Okay, I don't know who we is, but all I'm saying is I got car experience. All right, move on. Next.
Okay. Yeah. He don't want to. She's like, who was it? His wife was like, who was it? He's gonna be like, don't worry about it. You don't know who it was. You don't know who.
Well, it is now time for Dr. Fight's sake.
Oh, Dr. Fight said, oh God, he said something else.
Ladies and gentlemen, children, boys, and girls of all ages, welcome. It's a wonderful time and occasion for us to be together. And just a little question that you see right there on the right-hand side. The question says, how much should a guy spend on a first date?
Oh, not this question.
That's a question that's asked. These ladies took a stab at it, and here's what they said.
Should spend on a first date?
Minimum $25. I say minimum 50 per person. Like, I mean, with drinks and something, it depends on where you're going. I mean, at this age right now, 50, maybe 40, okay. 30 to 40.
How about McDonald's or Wendy's 4 for $4?
Well, after that, just answer that question. For a date? She said $50. Absolutely not. No.
What's wrong with McDonald's?
That's like snack food, I feel like. Like, I personally, I mean, I'm not sound bougie, but if you take me to McDonald's, that'll be the last date we go on. Unless it's like we're going somewhere already and it was like a stop, but no.
What if I'm like, yo, be ready at 6, I'm gonna pick you up, and then
McDonald's, don't ever talk to me again. You're getting blocked. Don't ever talk to me again. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and get that McChicken with no mayo and a small fry. In an ice cream cone. First date? Honestly, like I'm not like a bougie person, but it depends on like if I like the person. If I like this person, they take me to McDonald's, we're going to McDonald's, and I'm gonna smash and be happy.
What's the most?
Okay. First of all,
I'm gonna just say on the first day, I can't do McDonald's.
And here's the thing.
Like, I'm like the other girl. I'm a little bougie. You can't say you gonna pick me up and then drive me through McDonald's. That just ain't gonna work.
And the other girl is crazy. She said, "Well, if I really like him, I'm just go ahead and smash, and we gonna be happy in the McDonald's."
She said, "Meat chicken, no mayo, small fry, and ice cream cup that she gonna smash." Listen,
but she crazy though, because if you really like
winning.
But no. If you really like him, you are setting yourself up for cheap dates without your relationship.
But wait,
no.
But now here's the thing, though. I will say this much: I don't need super expensive, nothing like that. But I need more McDonald's. That one just not.
So do you want the $25 range or the $50 range?
I give you 25 to 50. I give you that range.
Okay. And at this stage of my life, we're gonna go beyond $50.
At this stage of your life,
we're going beyond $50.
At this stage.
At this stage in my life, I'm going beyond the $50.
I'm gonna give you between a $25 and a $50 range because it's a first date.
Right, and that's good.
Wait, whoa, let's go back to beyond $50. So when do you think
about $100?
A man is gonna take you on the first date? There's more than $50 a person.
You want a steakhouse?
It doesn't have to be a steakhouse. It just has to be a really nice restaurant that, I have my options, my choices, be it steak or whatever. I'm not a big steak eater. So you're going to have to give me some other kind of, really good dish. You can.
McCormick's and Smith's or something. You want seafood and
I might want some seafood, I may want some French cuisine.
But why
I may want some genuine, Italian, I want something like that. Japanese food.
I don't know what I'm in the mood for. Let me ask you a question. Why does it have to be so expensive for a first date? Don't you want to build up?
Oh no, I don't need to build up. At this stage of my life, I don't need to build up. I need to know what you're coming with right now, and I'm gonna go to right now.
Hold on. Okay, so this goes into you're speaking in terms of what you need as a woman, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay for you to speak in what you need as a woman, but as a man, if he speaks in his needs as a man for the first date, it could potentially be problematic. How do you get the right to speak your needs on the first date, but he can't speak his needs on the first date?
Okay, let me clarify. He can speak his needs now. Whether I acquiesce to them or not, that might hurt your feelings. But you can speak whatever you want to speak. I can't stop you, but I can tell you yes or no.
That means she ain't getting a second date,
and that's fine. If you're so petty, but here is
you hear the name calling now. He petty, but you not.
Before we even go out.
But here's the thing: Why does the first date have to be so expensive?
Again, I said at the stage I am in my life, I don't need to know.
What stage is that? I'm trying to figure out. You talking about these stages? Like what stage?
I mean, I'm at a more mature level than I was when I, talking about a $25 to $50 meal.
So Margiano's is not a first date at your current stage.
You know what? And I like Margiano's. Don't get it twisted. I like Margiano's. So I may let you slide, but I mean, the bill.
May let you slide. Wait a minute. This is baseball coming in the home plate. What are you talking about? May let you slide.
If you go to Margiano's, I'm still my meal still gonna be more than $50. Even if I go to Margiano's, because I'm getting so some hors d'oeuvres, whatever. I'm ordering something that I really want off the menu. So
you ordering appetizers when most entrees come with a salad and breadsticks. Like what else you want?
I'm just saying, I'm gonna give me appetizers. What you talking about, man?
You a drink too?
Yeah, a couple of them. You were talking about?
You expensive.
A couple of drinks. Oh, you getting loose? You getting loose the first night. You getting loose. Loosey.
The Fight don't even understand. He said he think I'm
that's how she getting them proposals. That's how she getting them proposals in 7 days right there. She got drinks on the first night.
I'm just saying though, why does it have to go by stages of what you can get?
It's just that when you have reached a certain level in your life, there are just certain expectations for me. I can't speak for every other woman, but for me, there are just certain expectations that I have.
Okay, let's say this. So what if you don't go to a restaurant? What if you just go to like a bar?
Okay, if I decide that, if I say, okay, if they say we just want to meet for drinks, then okay, then I'm still gonna run your bill up to about $50.
Okay, so what if he says, I want to take you on the first date. He comes and picks you up, and he takes you like to, let's say, the pond, the lake has like a blanket, and he has pre-prepared a lunch. Maybe after the conversation you all have had, he's prepared some of the things that you like that he's picked up. You got some cold cuts, maybe some drinks, maybe a bottle of wine. And y'all sit there on the quilt or whatever and feed the ducks and have a good time. Now that ain't $50 a person. That ain't nowhere near $50 a person, most likely.
Well, see, for me, you talk about a picnic. That has to be like second or third or fourth date for me, because that's getting like very cozy. So for me, that's gonna have to be that can't be a first date.
I think that's a good first date vibes because it takes you away from anybody else potentially distracting your conversation. First date should be predicated on conversation. I tell people all the time, when you're planning a first date, you want to plan it around getting to know this person a little bit more. So putting yourself in situations where you all can have conversations should be the key part of the date.
I'm just gonna say this much.
I can converse with you over the table.
L wants the man to spend money on the first date.
It ain't even so much even about the money fact. It's like you showing that you really that you're trying to impress me. That's
so wouldn't a picnic impress you more instead of a dinner?
That's not
right. I mean, you can go to a French cuisine right now if you wanted to. I mean, it ain't nothing special.
Or what if they took you to like maybe instead of like a restaurant, took you to like a little sidewalk cafe, like how in Chicago we have like the river walk and you sit down the river walk. Isn't that romantic?
Oh, that's fine. When I get to, I'm just saying my bill gonna be more than $50. That's all I'm saying.
What if you go to a little sidewalk cafe?
It's $50 per person though. That's what the young lady said in the video. She said, "Is this like per person?" Yeah, $50 per person. What is the first date minimum?
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna tell you. If it's brunch, it can be around 50 and up. If it's dinner, it's got to be more than 50. It's gonna be more than $50.
What?
Because I know I'm going to pick a certain place, and if the person said you pick the place, where do you want to go? Okay.
But what if
I happen to like some really nice places? So
what we about to do is go to the amusement park first date. That's what
we ain't doing that. if he said we're going to the amusement park and whatever, well, you gonna go by yourself.
We're gonna get you some of these wings down here that's gonna cost $15.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
Yep. Yep, you go to the music park. And the music park more expensive than anywhere else she can take you.
I can say we can
The
go.
ticket's gonna be $50 a piece.
It's gonna be
Then
$100.
the food and the water gonna be $4. You know what I'm saying?
$6. Well, you know what? If you say I'm going to take you to the music park and the whole day is on me, sure, because I know how expensive it is to get in there. Sure thing.
Hell, why does it have to be based off the money? The money, the money.
It's not the money. It's the fact that you're showing me to me, and not everyone's going to agree, but it's showing me that you're trying to pull out all the stops. To impress me because you
Are
really
you
like.
willing to pull out all the stops? Hell,
I'm not giving up the cookies. That's what you're asking.
I didn't ask that, but I'm saying pull out all the stops, and if that's a part of all the stops,
I'm just saying, why does like a
I
first
ain't pulling
date?
out a cookie on the first date.
Why does a first date have to be a certain dollar amount?
I feel like you should be trying to impress me. And
so when do you start the impression? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
First of all, I've already impressed you by saying hello to you.
What? Bye. No date. You ain't even getting 50, 45, 40, 10, 5. You had 0. You ain't going nowhere. Talking about by saying hello. Get out of here.
So
Hello.
So basically, you're saying that your presence is their gift.
Pretty much.
Oh my
Pretty
God.
much.
I got to walk out on that.
If you're saying, listen, here's the thing. If you have chased me down for whatever reason,
chase you down. Well, first of all, you got a woman alive I'm running after. Okay, first I got bad knees. These ankles don't work all the time. You talking about chase? No, sorry, boo boo.
I don't mean in the physical sense. I mean like a phone calls, emails, trying to make contact, stuff like that.
You stuck in the 1950s. Ain't no look.
And see this is what I'm talking about. This is what I was talking about earlier. I said this is why I said I don't put men. You don't put men in the category because you're supposed to elevate your game when you're trying to get at a woman. To me, everything now is too much. It's too much. It's like it's 50-50, which I completely disagree with that concept. I completely if people want to say you can be equal in certain other ways, but I always if a man's coming after a woman, it's up to you, for you to do the chasing. Now, if I like you, I might do a little bit of chasing. I ain't gonna say I haven't. Yeah, I can't really say I have though. Let me try to think back. I don't really recall chasing a man. It ain't really my forte, Dr. Fight. I really don't do that. I just never have. I just haven't. I mean, have I done some things that? Yeah, I don't. Yeah. I just no. If I did some things for you, it's because you may have said something to me that led me to believe a certain thing, and I may have helped you because of some of the things that you've said. But really, I always like the man to be the true man, be the man that you're supposed to be. We're not gonna do the 50-50 game. That's not my thing. We're not gonna do it. I'm sorry. No, I ain't. Now stop saying I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I'm not doing that part. Okay.
See, and this is what I want women to understand today. Men forthrightly believe that they are getting a less quality woman than their parent, their mother, and their grandmother.
Well, that's probably true. But those are women of a certain age, of a particular age. Women my age, well, that's probably the truth for women my age. That's probably the truth. Because I know some trifling women my age. So yeah, that might be the truth.
Because when we saw our grandparents in love, we saw what our grandmothers and our grandfathers did in relationships. And our grandfathers did less, but got so much more in the woman. Now it feels like we got to do more than granddad. And we're getting less than what granddad had.
and let's think back to this, Dr. Fight. Like go back to my grandmother's era where she packed her dead and gone. But my grandfather did less than he was supposed to. And they had 12 children. My grandmother did everything. I said, now, and my granddaddy dead and gone. I said, but the man was a pistol. I'm like, Grandma, how you put up with him? I'd have cracked his skull on multiple occasions. I'm honest.
Exactly.
Yeah. And she did everything. Then had all the babies by you on taboo.
I got partners right now, no kids, 6-figure income. I mean, live on their own, doing well. They just don't want to settle for today's one. It ain't worth it. It's better to be single and give homegirl a McChicken with no mayo, small fries, and have a good time with her than deal with all of this $50 to $100 a plate and then have to deal with snotty, snooty, and act like she also did. Man, I ain't got time for that.
But that's what you are saying the exact stuff. The reason why I had a conversation on the weekend with several women, and we all said the same thing. For brothers, you all, and I don't hurt your feelings. And I thought if it does not apply to you, then I'm not talking to you. But we said this all said the resounding same thing. Black men, you all leave a bad taste in our mouths to the point that we do not want to be bothered with brothers. Point blank, period. And I thought I was on, but they were like, oh no, I don't want another one of them. I don't run my fair share with them. I do not want another brother. I was like, yeah. But see, it's stuff like that you say, well, no, I just take her to get her that chicken, because she did this and this. You all don't value us in the way that we have valued you.
That ain't
you all don't.
No, because if you valued him, that price tag wouldn't matter. What would matter is the experience.
Let's go here.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Do you realize how much that we, as a black woman, that we give and give and give, and we get very little in return?
But you ain't gave nothing on the first date. You ain't done nothing. But you ain't done nothing.
Okay,
how are you using that as an excuse? See, you can't play both sides of the fence here, L. You can't say we do this, we do that. First date. That's what we talking about. We ain't had nothing but conversation up to this time we got the first date. First date, you walk in the door. Let's use Capital Grill is that okay? Let's use Capital Grill.
Okay.
Capital Grill ain't cheap. All right. Capital Grill can go you $60, $75 a plate. Easy. And I ain't even counting the appetizer. All right. If you do the surf and turf, that's about 75 bones right there. Boom. All right. So Capital Grill is a good example. If a man picks you up and says, okay, before he pick you up, he says, I want to take you to Capital Grill, yada, yada, yada. Y'all sit down, this is wonderful. This is fantastic. Yeah. And the man pulls out his wallet, he's about to pay, and he puts a coupon down on to the bill along with his card to pay for it. Would you have a problem with that coupon?
Okay. It's just funny that you threw the coupon thing in there, because one of my girlfriends, we had this conversation a while back, and she said he was going to take me out to lunch. She said he pulled out the coupons. And she said, I said, oh my God. And the wait staff said, no, we don't take those here. You got to go. They said you got to go and do something with the coupon anyway to get the cash for it or something. She said, I was so embarrassed. She said, I was so embarrassed. She said, but before we got out of the car, he was rummaging through his glove box looking for the coupons. She said, I'm like, what are you looking for? He said, I was looking for something, for our dinner or whatever. And she said, she didn't think anything of it. But she said, when he pulled out them coupons, she said, I was so embarrassed. She said, I didn't know what to do. I was wow. Because here's the thing that to me, when you want to go the cheap route with me, you're already telling me that you don't value me. That's what you're saying to me. You're saying that you're putting a minimum value on me. So because we know for a fact that if it was other women, you would take out other women. You would spend the moon on them. But I'm telling y'all, brothers, y'all got a bad habit with putting the value and saying, oh, she is a gold digger and she's a woman for money. So let me do this and this. You all are sucking really, really hard lately with black women. And you don't even think you even realize it, but you are. But the average black woman, if you put 10 of us in a room together, I can tell you 6 to 7 of us going to say, I don't want no brother. I'm going to tell you that right now.
Okay, that's fine. They don't have to have another brother. But this is the issue that I have. This is the issue I have. First of all, you want to know if a man can financially take care of it, right? Security.
I
But
don't need,
I would think a mature woman would want a man to be fiscally responsible with the resources that he has. And showing that if I have a coupon, I don't see what's wrong with that. I don't see how that is not showing fiscal responsibility of my resources. Whether I can afford this dinner or not. If I can get it cheaper, I don't understand what the big deal is. It's like you shop with coupons all the time. But when you get in a relationship, that's when now they all of a sudden void it out.
First of all, I don't shop. First of all, I don't shop with coupons. I don't shop with a coupon, and I never put stuff on layaway. So no, I don't.
This is why the girl with the McChicken ain't single. Okay, this is why she not single, and this is why.
And I can guarantee you, I can guarantee you, she has issues with the man that she got because he want to keep giving her McDonald's and Arby's. When I want McDonald's or Arby's, I can go buy those myself. If I'm dating you or you trying to, I don't need you to buy me McDonald's and Arby's. What's wrong with you?
So you need him to buy stuff you can't buy for yourself.
I can go and buy me something from the grill or McDonald's or Wendy's. I can do whatever. I said, but to me, you're telling me when you ask me out, and to a certain place, you're telling me that based on conversations that we had, brief meetings that we had, and we decided we want to go out for dinner. You're telling me based off something that I've said or shown you maybe that I'm only worth X, Y, and Z. That's what you're doing. You may not think that's what you're doing, but that's exactly what you're doing to tell me I'm only worth so and so. So if you're gonna take me to McDonald's, you're telling me based off conversations that hey, you think I'm only worth this. To hell with you. We don't have to go anywhere. You can block my number because that's not happening.
Okay, first of all, you got to realize that you got to bring yourself to the table so that man can evaluate whether or not he wants to be with you. See, you want him to pay for an experience. Now, granted, don't get me wrong. I'm Disneyland. I like to tell people that all the time. The reason you want to be with me is because the experiences you are gonna have with me. Like you're not gonna want to leave. I give people Disney, even in church. When you come to my church, we give you Disney. You don't want to leave. We about to get a benediction, and they like, we gotta go already. Like we've been having a good time up in here. Exactly. I sell people. I've always done it in my life. Always. This is why women still to this day, if they find out I'm single or I'm, what I'm saying, in town, they go like, hey, you want to get together? No, I don't want to get together. I'm happily fat. I am okay. You want to know why? Because they remember Disneyland. They remember Disneyland. See, you gotta understand. Dinner, first of all, ain't even the main part of the date. See, when you get with a brother. See, this is the problem I have with most women. Y'all put a price tag on stuff and you lowball yourself. Whatever price tag you put on that dinner with that date or whatever, you have just lowballed yourself. As soon as you put a tag on, you've lowballed yourself. Because it shouldn't be about the price. It should be about the experience. It don't matter if I spend $5 on this date.
It should be about how you view me as a woman.
We're not looking at the experience as translation to how he view you. Okay, case in point. Let's say this. If he view me in a certain way, he's going to plot all of the stops on the level that I'm like, oh, okay, really, you impressed me. This the first date. This is not the proposal. Okay, so you gotta understand. See, the proposal need to be a grander experience than the first date. The first date need to be like a mini skirt, long enough to cover everything, but short enough to keep your attention. See, that's a good first date. Even when you wear that mini skirt on the first date, that's what it should do. It should be long enough to cover everything, short enough to keep his attention. All right. He want to know if the wind blow, I'm standing behind you. Am I gonna get a sneak peek and preview? All right. That's the beautiful nature of getting dressed for a woman. All right, but I digress. Let me get back to the main point. The experience is predicated and based off of the previous conversations that you have had in order to learn what you needed to learn to build an experience that you need to build. The beautiful thing, I don't know, you remember that movie Will Smith did about Hitch? The beautiful thing about Hitch is what he showed people and did to people is that when you listen to them and what they say and build experiences around what you've learned, it makes it memorable. to be able to say, oh my God, you were so attentive. You really value me enough to listen and take me on something that like is just mind blowing to me. Like something I've always wanted to do, I've never got to do before, and I share it in a first date with you. Something you will always remember because you will remember it with that person. Because it's a first experience, it's a time you've had together, and it's something you can build upon. Now you have foundation where conversation grows. Like, I'm surprised you've never been able, so that by the time we get to dinner, see, dinner is not the experience. The experience is the totality of the date. And now you're saying, oh, well, I see he spent this on this. I see he spent that on that. I see he spent that on that. He checks all my boxes out. Well, you forget the whole fact that this experience is more than the price. It's not about the price.
You are putting the price. I'm saying, this is what I'm saying. If you're giving me as you want to say, a great experience, and then I probably will forget about. First of all, I'm never going to ask somebody what you pay for anything.
You're gonna look at the menu. You're gonna look at the board.
I'm gonna look at things to be able to say what this costs and that cost, or whatever, But,
Exactly.
but I expect you to always come already knowing that, already prepared. See, I'm not saying I'm not a gold digger by any stretch of the imagination. I ain't that person. I'm just saying when you show me by doing certain things for me that has a certain amount of value to it, you're telling me that you value me as a woman and as a human being and as a potential partner for you. That's what you're showing to me. So to me, the experience, the financial aspect, all that should come in one package. It should all encompass one thing. So, but when you show me something, it still should be at an elevated game. It really should be. You can't show me what you think about me by taking me through a drive-thru at McDonald's or Arby's. Even if you have something else planned after that, you've already put a bad taste in my mouth. So at that point, I'm not really interested in anything else that you may have to show me, because you show me from the jump what this is going to be. So I'm not caring. I have no interest at that point. You have to get my interest from the beginning in order to hold me through all of that. There's no way I'm going to be concerned about what we're doing at the next step.
He got your interest already because y'all have been talking up to this point, and you agreed to go on this date.
But I'm looking at you sideways because now this is our first day out. Now we just been talking. This is our first day out. So I'm thinking that, wow, we're gonna do something really great now, because now, wow, we really get to connect with each other. You take me to a drive-through, everything that we didn't talk about, and I felt we didn't connect it, it's gone like this. Whoosh. It's like a cartoon when they pull the shade down and say, "That's all, folks." That's the feeling I'm gonna have at that moment. Even if he's saying in his mind, she thinks this is all I got planned for her, but I got something more going on after we have to go through the drive-through. Well, probably not. I'm going to because after we eat the McDonald's, I'm going to say, I'm tired. Just take me home. You might be in your feelings at that point, but you did that. You did that. You played a game with me that you shouldn't have played with me. That's like the guy that was on that marriage show when he played the game with the chick by taking her to the old beat up house, and then later on showed her his real house. Don't play with me. I'm not up for games. Do not play with me, because you will end up on the short end. I promise you. I promise that.
I see, and this is where women miss out on a lot of good quality men.
Bull.
Okay, you call it bull, but these are the same. These are the same women saying there ain't no good men out here. While the good men out here are saying I ain't playing your game.
Well, I can't say that, because you know what? I've been married for 30 years and had a couple men after since then. So I ain't worried about it. So however I play mine works for me. Mine works for me. Because I'm not a gold
women out here. All these women out here that want men. There's two types of women I'll never see lonely. There's two types of women. I ain't never watched the episode of My 600-Pound Life and she ain't had no man. I ain't never seen that. I ain't never seen the episode. Hey, as soon as I want you to send me the episode where you see homegirl that's over 600 pounds and she lonely. Okay, she got somebody that's bringing her food to that bed every day, a couple times a day, and he on there talking about I love her, and if she asks for it, I'm gonna give it to her. You know, I wanted to be happy. I don't want that. That fool he talking on there. The second woman is the woman you just saw. The McChicken, no mayo, small fry, and an ice cream cone. Them two women ain't single. I'm telling you.
Now here's the funny part to that. When I first met the late husband, I'm gonna be up. You know, we both were very young, so you know, I'm working. We didn't have a lot of money. So the fact that he bought me as one single rose on our first initial meeting was cool for me. But again, I said it repeatedly during this conversation that it's that when you get to a certain age in your life or a certain level or stage, my expectations have changed, and your expectations should change as you get older and more mature, and you can identify what you want and who you are. Your expectations, they most certainly should change. That's all I'm saying. So if you're young and you know all he can afford is like McDonald's or whatever, okay, go for it. But if you have accomplished so many things in your life and you're trying to meet someone and you say I got my own house, my own cars, pay my own bills, and you try to meet somebody and then this fool have the nerve to think that you after something and taking you to McDonald's drive-through, you have me confused. So I'm gonna need you to take me back to my domicile. That's what you do. You have me because now you want to play a game, and I'm not at that level at the game playing stage. So negatory, no boo. Mm-mm. Even and you can call me the next day and say, wait, I wanted to show you something else. No, but you were testing me. Don't test me. I'm not in school. I'm not some theory that you need to figure out. No, don't play with me.
Well, I mean it forthrightly and genuinely. Expectations are similar, and I'm not one that's a proponent of giving away too much too early, but there has to be a delicate balance between the two because most men want a woman to prove that they are the kind of woman that they can continue to see themselves with, and most women want men to prove that that's the kind of man. And it's a delicate dance that if you feel as though I'm giving too much and he's not giving enough, then I don't know if this is going to work. But in the same sense, he's thinking, am I giving too much and she's not meeting me at what I'm giving? It's a delicate dance. And if the two of you doesn't share equal patience to see everything that comes out in a relationship, then what ends up happening is you throw in the towel on somebody that could potentially be very, very good for you. You just have been very pretentious about what you're looking for, and you've allowed a good person to walk out of your life.
And and all that you just said right there, I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you there. I'm just simply, I said, to me, when you're trying to test me, that's like a playing, like you playing a game or whatever. And I'm just not into that. Tell me up front what it is that you're looking for and your expectations. And I can tell you if I can meet those or not. But don't give me tests. Don't do that. Don't say, oh, you lucky you chose this because otherwise I wouldn't have called you back. I would have done so and so. When you do that, because to me, I am that person that when I connect with you and I'll start telling you stuff about me, I'm giving you inside information on who I am and what I expect. So don't come at me with more of your tests and your games. That's ridiculous to me. That's no, that's not gonna work. So you're right. You and I could not talk. Whoever the person is, you and I could not talk because I'm not gonna play that game with you. We march at a different beat. So I'm not doing that with you. Mm-mm. Nah. Brianna, your thoughts? Your thoughts about Dr. Five talking about the whole McDonald thing.
First of all, I'm not talking about McDonald's. You are. All I'm saying is, don't expect $100 plates and a man to show you he can bring you security, and you just receive, and then you ain't showing him what he get.
I don't think that there could be some women who looking for the security factor about the man spending $100 or $100 a plate. That could be some, but that's not every woman. Is what I'm saying.
We're talking about you. We talking about you. You just got finished saying, and Brianna was sitting right next to you when you said it. Ain't gonna be no $50. It's gonna be more than $50.
I'm talking about women. I wasn't talking about me. I'm talking about the women.
What do you mean you talking about other women? First of all, just you had two women on there. One of them said 50. The other one said,
Right.
20 to 25.
Mm-hmm. And again, I said it depends on the stage that you're in your life. The level that you're in your life. I'm not. I don't.
Well, I gotta go back and watch this
Not
playback
right.
because I'm trying to tell you.
Not. This is what I'm trying to say to you. Not every woman. That's like you want to equate. Here's what I'm saying to you. You want to equate everything with a woman looking for some man to take care of them. I'm not. Every woman is not looking for that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna screen record this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send it to you where you said.
You turned your Facebook page on. You would have the people going crazy the other day.
Because I can't go live on Facebook for some reason. It says Facebook.
Oh, right. It's messed up today. Yeah, it's messed up.
So I went live on my YouTube channel, and I don't have as many people following me on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
But anyway, I could have went live on church's YouTube. There's a lot of people that follow church on YouTube. but the thing is, like you don't remember what you said, El. And you like the hopscotch a lot.
I don't. I'm pretty firm on what I say, Dr. Fight. I'm pretty firm on what I say and what I believe. It may not come out sometime all the way like that, but I'm pretty firm on what I believe and what I say. I'm pretty real there. What did you say? I said for me, it would have to be $100 or more, based on the fact that the conversation that we've had, and furthermore, if you really
did you just say for me, and then a second ago you just said I'm talking about other women.
We said the $50 thing. That's what I said for women.
No, I said the more than $50. You talking about $75 to $100, and then
yeah, go ahead, that's fine.
But then you don't want you just want him to know that you're a good woman. You don't want to show him in no kind of way.
Yeah, see, this is one.
You said when I say hello, like you Adele or something.
To me, before we even go out on the physical date, we've had multiple conversations. So you would already know where I stand on certain things. So we go out on a physical date, those things should even come up in the conversation because we've already discussed that before we even say hello on the date. So I shouldn't even have to worry about, me putting out and giving up because those things have already been discussed prior to our meeting. So there would be no conflict there for me. And if we've had multiple conversations, you know the woman that I am and how I present myself. So I wouldn't even have to tell you. I wouldn't even have to say this dinner better be over $50. Otherwise, he's gonna be a problem. I would not say that even if we went out and I realized that okay, we went to like a mediocre place, medium range place. I still would have the dinner there with you because it's rude for me to get there and say, "Oh, I'm going home. I'm not gonna do this." I would sit there and have the dinner with you, but in my mind, I'm saying this would be the last dinner that we would have together, and I'm gonna be polite. I'm going to be engaging in conversation. I would just know for me that what you think about me. Now, even if he came out and said, I know you were expecting something different, but right now I just couldn't. I'm going to even respect you for that and telling me that. Because now I know. But if you just take me to a mediocre place that we hadn't even discussed and we had discussed something else, and you just want me to let it fly, and you not even address it, then that's going to be a no for me for a second date. Because you didn't even address the elephant that was in the room because you said we're going to go X, Y, and Z. So you not addressing it becomes a problem. But if you address it, I'm going to try to be cool with it and say, oh, okay. And then my next conversation after we have dinner, then when we talk on the phone again or whatever, then I'm sure if you're adult enough, you're going to go into more detail and say, well, let me explain my situation about this, about financial situation, about this. Okay, I'm listening. So we having a conversation about that. Trust me, I've done that since I've been single. I've had those conversations, and it did, and they didn't scare me off because you were being upfront and being kind of being honest with me. But I'm saying when I said this during our conversation, I said don't play with me. Don't try to play games with me and then try to boomerang back in and say but no explain to me right then and there what's happening. That's being a mature person. That's how I'm gonna deal with you. But if you just plop me in the middle of like a Dairy Queen and say, "Oh, she chill, she cool with this," you may think I'm cool with it because I'm sitting there having a conversation with you. But trust me, I'm not because you have not addressed it with me.
I okay. I mean, I just when we begin to think about this delicate dance, I go back to this delicate dance
Mm-hmm.
that we cannot be, especially in the exploratory phase of getting to know somebody and learning what we need to learn. We got to be able to watch and give it time. Like have a well-rounded totality. You can't judge a relationship and the future thereof based off the first date. Like I've heard you say numerous times that um, what you do, what you spend, goes to show what you think about me. Like,
Because
and then,
because you being a man, you know as well as I know. If you meet a chick and you can pick up right on the vibe, like, oh, this is a cheap heifer. I ain't got to spend a lot on her. You all judge just like we judge when we meet you. You all know say, oh, I can go buy her a hamburger. She'll be cool, and then I still give me a little something, something. You all do that just like we do. Why is it okay for you all to do it and for us not to do it? I know you all do. Oh, she ain't putting out. I don't really want to be bothered. She ain't gonna be giving me nothing for a while. I ain't mess with her. You all judge just like we do.
and that's my point. That is exactly my point. Being that men judge, women judge, if you judge too early, you could potentially lose out on something good. The issue, and that go both ways. That go both ways. I'm straddling the fence on this one. I'm not saying this is all on the man or all on the woman. I'm saying that both parties are responsible for the date and the experience thereof on the date.
Crystal. Crystal. Oh. Well, I say this: if this is why you don't jump in there with somebody on the first date, or you are meeting at the grocery store and then you go back to end up at somebody's apartment or house or whatever and get it in. These are the things why you don't do that. Because if you meet someone and you all have conversations over the phone or text and whatever you do, you're getting to know them. So when you get in person, you know something of that person that you can build off of. And I think we said the same thing. That's why we can say it in different ways.
No, we ain't saying the same thing.
Ah!
Because getting to know is a lot. Okay. And there's a lot of men out here that only want to know you naked.
Yeah, true.
These facts.
Right. And a woman can pick up on that pretty quick.
But that man is a product of today's woman.
Oh, see, I that's what you and I agree. I said some women. Not every woman is like these so-called women of today.
Let me tell you something.
No.
In this video clip that I showed today, it shows the duality of women that men got to deal with. You meet one woman and it's $50 a plate minimum, and then you throw in a little bit of L in there talking about you blessed when I said hello. Okay, just being with me is a blessing. All right, that's woman number one. Woman number two in that video: McChicken, no mayo, small fry, ice cream cone, and we going back to the house and we smash.
Oh, hell no.
So wait.
No.
I gotta deal with two women. These men today gotta deal with these two different kind of women. In today's man, what woman you think he trying to get with?
Well, you know what? I don't be. That depends on the type of man that you
Put it
encounter.
back on him. You know off gate what woman he trying to get with. You know.
Well, first of all, if you're just trying to get in my bed or whatever, dude, stop. Bye. You're not you lost. I can't get them 5 seconds back and I wasted even talking to you, saying hello to you. But you keep it walking. Just keep walking. Now you said there were two type of women. Brianna, what type of woman would you classify yourself as? Because you're a millennial. So what kind of woman would you put yourself in? I already know that you're not the McChicken, ice cream cone, McDonald's drive-through woman. That you're not.
No.
Because you my daughter. So you ain't that.
Yeah, but I ain't you either.
Right. Right. Because you're not my age. You're not my age, and you ain't been through what I've been through. So our experiences are different. Okay. So you're right. You're not.
Okay, I'm gonna just go here. I think even if when I get to your age, I still think I'm gonna be like that.
You know what? When you get to be my age or in your 40s, and then you've gone through have to deal with a couple of years, you're like, oh hell no.
I mean, there are certain things I would want, but I think you're on another level.
Oh, I know I'm on another level. I get that because I'm not on the bullshit level.
Or another 2 levels. Ain't nobody saying
I'm not on the BS level.
Why does that have to be a BS level?
There's always an exception to every rule.
Because men now, right, and that's what I said. For one thing, men are on this kick that a woman just looking for me to take care of her to do X, Y, and Z. Dude, you're not that important. First of all, men you put too much value on who you are in somebody else's life. But now some of you all meet them broads. They're right. They're looking for you to take care of them.
But wait, doesn't it have to do with what the woman says to the man, or depend on how clingy or dependent she is on the man that he feels that way?
You know what? I'm gonna put on both of them. If she's clingy and needy, it's because it's obviously something that he's done and said that's not making her comfortable.
Wait a minute. What if he's the new man that he just met?
Well, how can she so damn clingy if they just met?
Because you have women that are clingy.
You
have women that are just clingy for no apparent reason. They just, when they get a man, they gravitate to him.
Poor thing. That means she has very low self-esteem. And she thinks that once I got this one particular man, this is the only man in the world for me. Poor baby. I feel sorry for you. So when that man does something, so then what's going to happen in that relationship is that she's going to allow that man to do whatever it is that he wants to do, and he'll come back and say, "I'm sorry," and then she'll forgive him, and they'll keep on with this toxic situation for years and years down the line.
Why does that have to be toxic?
Here's the key: Dr. Fight your man. Do you want a clingy woman? No. Look at Roland. No, you don't. So you might as well go ahead and say he don't want to agree with me. No, he don't. You do not want a clingy woman.
I don't want an absentee woman either.
I didn't say an absentee woman. I said clingy.
Well, I understand that, but the opposite or the direct opposite of clingy is absent.
What do you consider absentee woman?
Okay, granted, to your point of clingy, I don't want a woman that's always up under me all day. They ain't got nothing to do. They just all up in my life and doing everything. Okay, fine. But I also don't want a woman that's so career-minded that she ain't never home, she ain't never available, she's never around, and she's working all the time and is never able to spend time and do anything. So no, I do not want the woman with me 24 hours a day. No, I do not want a woman that's got no hours a day to dedicate to me. So, like I said earlier, it's a delicate dance in relationships and getting to know somebody and how much you're willing to give, how much you are looking to take. And in that dance, sometimes if I feel like I'm giving more than you giving, then obviously I'm more invested in this than you are. And if you only think that you're only in this because you're so fabulous and you just bring your presence to the table and that's all you bring in, then obviously this ain't gonna work for most men. Because if you ain't willing to bring nothing and he is bringing everything to show you he a husband, but you're not bringing nothing to show him you wife material, then guess what?
And see, you know, to be
I'd
honest,
rather go with McChicken, mayo, small, ice cream cone, smash. That right there. Boom.
and here's the thing: I say, if the man go with the woman who gonna order the McChicken and the ice cream cone, first of all, she just playing him. She like, oh, okay, he gonna play because she's reeling him in. So she's like, oh, okay, he want to play this game. I'm gonna play this game right along with him for a little bit, and then I'm gonna hit him really hard. So even if she manages to sucker you in, even get you to the altar to marry him, do you realize your whole married life she gonna expect this, and she gonna expect the bigger and better things because she gonna say, remember on our first date you took me to McDonald's and I accepted that, you owe me. So she's
No,
gonna
no. Listen. See,
that
what
he
you gotta
owe her
understand,
for the rest of the relationship.
there's a law of limits. Okay. Especially with women. Women don't go backwards in lifestyle.
Nope.
Men don't go backwards in sexual experiences. Understand? A woman, as soon as you buy a woman red bottoms, you can no longer shop at Rack Room Shoes
He said, right, what he's raccoon shoes.
or shoe department.
Let's just say at DSW. At DSW.
DSW either. Once you buy her them red bottoms, you can't go backwards at that point. However, women, once you wear them red bottoms with nothing on under it in the bedroom, you can't go backwards. Like you understand the linear thought. If a man can't go backwards in lifestyle with a woman can't go backwards in sexual experiences with a man. At this point, it ain't, oh, I just did that because it was your birthday or our anniversary. Or no. It's on the menu from now on, henceforth and forevermore. As soon as you introduce it, it go both ways. As soon as you introduce it as a woman, then that man is going to be expecting that or more every single time. Men, as soon as you introduce her to something and you take her, you buy her something or take her on vacation, next time the experience is going to be that or higher. You can't go backwards. This is why the first date is so important, because as soon as you establish that $75 a plate, she is gonna be looking. The next time you was like, look, I'm hungry. You hungry? I'm stopping by Zaxby's. Which one? Zaxby's. We went to Captain's Grill the first time. Look, I'm just trying to get some dinner. All right? I ain't trying to do all that today. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so you did all that to get me, but you ain't trying to do that to keep me. You know what I'm saying? You see how these things go?
See, here's the thing. I haven't encountered. Well, I'm a woman, so and I only date men. I have not encountered, somebody like that. I am flexible and say, here, if you're taking me to the grill or whatever, this one time, and he said, you know what, I just want to pick up something and come on home. What do you want to pick up? I can be flexible with what you picking up for dinner.
Now you flexible.
I say? I've been together for a minute, but I said
you ain't flexible on the first date, but
I'm
like afterwards,
I'll be flexible.
10, we flexible.
Yeah, about 10. Yeah, about 10. Yeah. That's when the flexibility will come in. Yeah, about between the 7th and 10th date.
Wow.
7th and 10th. And if you think about it, 7 to 10 days, and if you date with each other consistently, that's only about 2 weeks. That goes out to maybe like 2 weeks. That you got
like 2 months. If you go out once a week.
Yeah, but no, because we're probably gonna go out more than that. So if we're together,
where?
We might be going out maybe like 2-3 times out the week.
What?
Look,
to do what?
Maybe we have brunch, lunch, dinner. So who knows? But I just might give you a call and say, here, you want to meet me somewhere? Sure.
Sure. No. Listen, okay. First of all, when you first get to know somebody, how you doing, Liz? When you first are moving in this direction, right? You're saying that out of 7 days out the week, when y'all first getting to know each other, he's seeing you like 3 times a week.
Yeah, that would be ideal. Yeah,
that would be ideal. So what? So okay. In week number 1, y'all start dating. In week number 1, what does that week look like for you, El?
Okay, so here first, that first week that we start communicating, that's week number 1. So that's the first 7 days. Then if that's going well, then maybe like that second week or maybe it's that third week, we can actually meet physically and have dinner and see how the connection goes week number two. If it's going really great and we're like, oh my God, we have so much in common, I want to talk and talk and talk, it shouldn't even be an issue how many times we want to meet up and see each other a week throughout that week. It shouldn't be an issue. I make even if I come over to your house and we sit in the house and we have dinner or just have something, wine or whatever, and just talk, cool. Still not maybe not even being intimate, but just talking and just chilling. That could happen all within that second week. Then that third week, then if you still like we went into week three, you we still like it hanging out with each other, whatever. Oh, okay, that's really cool. Then by a month, oh yeah, we should be good to go. Then we should be settling in and like, okay, we know we really like each other. And this is what it's gonna be, within that month. That's why since you always want to pick on me about my 30 days or 7 days or whatever it is, because I usually know within that week if I'm gonna stick around and have a little more conversation with you.
Yeah.
I love it when I'm making speeches. It makes my afternoon.
No, you ain't making me speechless. Thomas, I was reading Thomas' comments in the comment section.
God, how we must have 5,000.
He said fairy tale.
See, he's the kind of brother sometimes that we want to talk about is that you are sometimes if it don't apply to you, don't trip on me. But you all sometimes you all got to step.
We have our finger on the pulse of today's brother. Today's brother contact us to talk about.
You all not even single. So
this is why we are not single.
If you
this
are
is
ever
the
get out there in the dating world,
reason why we not single.
If you ever get out there in the dating world, you all are going to be really, really struck by.
If we get in the dating world, we're gonna be really, really single.
So in other words, y'all just gonna be some whores. Is that it?
I ain't say all that. Me and Thomas get together. We play a lot of golf. We'll, you know what I'm saying? We'll.
Not to find out now. He said he gonna have women from all over the world. He always said for every. Okay, he already said that.
Hey, listen. Now, first of all, can't talk that loud. My mother-in-law just got here.
Uh-oh. Oh my God. Oh.
But my thing is this. If there's a big if, I mean capital letter if with the largest font on the computer. If I ever find myself in the single world, I think I will be okay staying single.
So right, because you don't want to have to maneuver the waters of the way today's women are.
I don't know if I want to maneuver the waters more so than I just don't want to be in a place to where like you expect something from me. Like I don't want to live under nobody's expectations. Like I don't.
Well, how many women you think you date? Because I don't. This is what I think. When you date with expectation.
I'm not. First of all, did you know what I said? I said capital letters, the largest font on the computer you can find. If I ever found myself single, I would just rather be single. Like I don't want to live under your expectations. Right, I'm okay being single.
So he don't want to date. But what I'm saying is that most people who date, and I'm gonna say this: most women who date, they're dating with expectations. That's what it is. And if you're a woman and you're not dating, you're just out there dating and sleeping with this one and that one, more power to you. Because in this day and age, that's not the wisest thing to do. It's not. I would be like Dr. Fox. You know what? I would maybe go out to dinner on occasion here and there, but it ain't gonna be if I chose to date that way. But if I'm dating you, it's going to be with an expectation. And if you tell me at the onset you just dating looking for somebody to talk to occasionally and go out to dinner with, then I'm not the one that you probably want to continue to have a conversation with. You might want to block me because I'm not that woman. I'm just gonna be real with you. I ain't that woman.
Okay.
And so I never hope you. I pray that you and Thomas never find yourself on the single side.
I pray not either. I love my life. I love when Thomas said block. LOL.
And see somebody like Thomas, exactly. Yep, I block you. Yep, right. I'm not. Yeah, but I'm just not saying. I just don't date people with no expectations. You know, and
Sport time.
date with expectation. If you're gonna date, if not, just say I'm having fun.
Sport time.
Okay, just say I'm having fun. Don't say you dating. Just say I'm having fun. That's what I say. I hope you all have enjoyed today. We got a little heated because I done got a little hot. I done jumped up at least 20 degrees.
No, it's just hot.
It's just hot. It's like 85 degrees today, ain't it?
Yeah,
It's warm.
it's warm.
And now it's time for Brianna and Dr. Fight's sports segment. They ready for the finals now. They ready for the finals.
Well, look, the Warriors will be looking for a new president and GM of basketball operations. As the Warriors, Bob Myers stepped down.
Bye, Draymond.
Yup. Yeah, he announced today after being their president of basketball operations for 12 years, he stepped down.
Wow. Where did that come from, I wonder?
He said it had nothing to do with financial, none of that. He doesn't know what he wants to do next career wise.
Oh.
But he didn't know he don't want to do the GM stuff anymore.
Okay.
So he stepped down.
How old is this gentleman?
48.
Oh, okay. He's like, okay, I'm going in my second half of my life. I want to do something different. Okay.
Yep.
Well, he's a millionaire anyway, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, he was the architect of the 4 championship teams.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm going to do something different. I can.
Yeah, he said it's just time. That was what he said.
Oh, okay.
So, we're gonna miss Bob Myers, but we're gonna get somebody else in there. Because at the rate this new owner of Phoenix is going, James Jones might be on the market.
Who's
Bye,
James?
Draymond.
Look at that.
Oh no, Draymond gone because Bob Myers always vouched for Draymond, so Draymond out the door.
I hope he packing up his locker.
That's
And so Dr. Fight got his wish. He got more basketball because Boston almost made history. And almost.
I was still rooting for Miami though. I
Dr.
just
Fight,
wanted Boston, at least show up.
To make it a little interesting.
In the first play of the game last night,
Tatum injured his
Tatum stepped on Vincent's foot and twisted his ankle. And he was a shell of himself the rest of the night. And between him and Jaylen Brown not showing up, it made it a blowout.
But I was rooting for Boston, and I ain't never rooted for Boston, but I just did not want. I did not want Miami. I just didn't. I'm sorry. No, I'm not. Okay. Okay.
Anyway, so the finals now start on Thursday. We got Denver versus Miami. I'm saying it's gonna go 7.
5.
Look, I said 4. I was being nice.
5. I think Miami may get one in Miami.
They ain't getting none in Denver. I can tell you that much.
Yeah, nah. Denver gonna be undefeated. They gonna get one in Miami and win the championship in Denver. In game 5.
Denver, Brianna said they haven't had a championship. They haven't gone in 40-something years.
This is their first finals appearance in the 47 years the Denver Nuggets have been.
Exactly.
The NBA.
Really?
Yes.
The last time they got close was in the bubble when they lost to the Lakers.
Yep.
And they swept the Lakers this time.
I was so glad they swept because y'all did my Golden State wrong.
Golden State shot themselves out of the game.
They did.
I love Golden State. I love Steph Curry. I love Thompson, Klay Thompson. But they shoot too much. They got to drive to the lane. They got to get some fouls, get to the free throw line. The Lakers can't shoot 40 free throws and you shoot 12 the whole game. Like
8.
Right. You know what I'm saying? You can't win basketball like that.
I think one game the Lakers literally shot 35 free throws and Golden State had 8.
Mm.
And
because they bailing them out. You can't bail a team out defensively
right
by not allowing them to play defense.
and we got blown off the court that game. I was like, oh, this is so wrong. But
I
no,
mean,
so yeah, it's
you let street clothes live on the free throw line all night.
Yeah.
You get 40 points.
Anthony Davis.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so that's what we got. We got the finals. They're coming up. They start June 1st. So Dr. Fight's gonna be sad by Father's Day because if it's gonna be over in 5. Because crazy thing is, Game 7. If they need Game 7, is actually on Father's Day.
It ain't gonna make it that far. I told y'all, they only care about women in this world. You hear me? They only care about women. Got all the sports. They got everything on Mother's Day. They got everything. Basketball. They got XFL. They got golf. Women got everything to do on Mother's Day. Fathers, we ain't got nothing. We might got a couple of baseball games to come on. They have a NASCAR race. Don't nobody care about none of that. Not black people. Black people don't want none of that. I mean, I would love to watch some golf, but Tiger ain't playing in nothing. So it ain't like it's that important. The basketball gonna be done by then. I mean, look, this is ridiculous.
Okay, so you got who?
I'm going for Denver.
And how many games?
Oh, see how
You gonna do a prediction? You gotta do it right.
I'm gonna do 5.
Okay, Dr. Fight.
I said 5. I mean, she just taking my prediction.
You said 4.
I did not say 4.
So I said 4.
Oh. Well, I'm gonna take 5. I'm still gonna stick with my 5.
I'm gonna say 4, but they'll do a gentleman's sweep. It'll be 5.
Now we could be wrong, and it could be 4. They just might sweep them all 4 or first 4 games.
No,
they might win all 4.
No. Jimmy Butler is.
Thomas says Denver in 6.
Thomas said Denver in 6.
Jimmy Butler gonna have at least one playoff Jimmy game.
I'm not. Caleb Martin maybe, but Butler ain't been playing good. And he ain't gonna play any better in Denver.
But he was at altitude.
We gotta give it. Give it up to the Boston Celtics. So for them to have been down, they were down 2 games or 3 games to 0.
That's right.
First of all, ain't nobody giving them no credit for nothing. Because you should have lost those 2 games on your own home court. But out of 7 games, you lost 3 of them on your own home court.
But I'm gonna say we got to get
Miami only won 1 game on their own home court. 1. And that was game 3.
But I was so sure that they was gonna make history and win the whole thing out. I thought, but then when told me last, I was like, oh yeah, they're not doing it.
Listen. Boston is the number 2 seed in the East. Miami is the number 8 seed in the East. Boston had home court advantage.
Yeah.
Miami won game 1, game 2 in Boston. Fly to Miami and win game 3 in Miami. Boston wins game 4 in Miami, flies to Boston, and win games 5 and 6. Mm-hmm. They get back on the plane and fly back to Boston, and Miami won game 7.
Like you should not, the whole playoff, Boston was 5 and 6 at home and 6 and 3 on the road.
I was just so sure that Boston was going to win. No, and I'm not even a fan of Boston, but I was rooting for them.
That's because that juju they got when they fired their head coach. Now you fired him, but suspended him for the year. That juju, bad juju.
That what they bill coming due because you lost games.
That shouldn't have never came public.
Right.
Should have never came public. They were trying to throw that man under the bus, and they successfully did so. But they had to pay as well.
Mm-hmm. So now here's a question: do you think they're going to pay over $600 million to Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown? Because Jaylen Brown is up for a 5-year, $295 million Supermax deal. Woo. Jason Tatum is up for a 5-year, $318 million Supermax deal.
Woo. They got some decisions to make.
Yeah. Because that's $600 million between two people.
So one of them gonna have to go, right?
Not necessarily.
They might say they
They
might
may try to backload their contracts. Give them a hefty signing bonus,
Mm-hmm.
but then backload the contracts where the bulk of that money is near years 5, 4, and 5, and they get minimum money years 1, 2, and 3. In order for them to keep the team together, to get some other pieces right now to sign 1 and 2 year deals with players,
yeah.
be able to stay under the salary cap for those years.
Yeah.
It's all about how they work these contracts out. So you can give them $300 million over 5 years, that's fine, but the bulk of the money got to be in the back end if we want to win now.
Right. Like if you give say they do the $318 million, but they get a hefty signing bonus, and then by year 4 or maybe they make year 5 a player option.
What's a hefty sign on what? Half of the money? Half of it?
Like signing bonus.
What would that be, like 150 million or something? Would that be like half of it?
It's negotiable.
Yeah, but they just they might put in their player option for year 4, year 5,
right,
where they can opt out. Then
Today's market is all on the team. The team has all of the cards, all of the chips, because they got all the money. So as much as the players in the player association wants more bargaining chips for themselves, they're not going to get it at the end of the day. I mean, Chris Rock said it the best. Shaquille O'Neal is wealthy, but the person that signs Shaquille O'Neal's checks, that's stupid money.
And then also too, the 76ers hired Nick Nurse as their new head coach. He's the former Toronto Raptors head coach, who only won a title because everybody on Golden State got hurt.
I think that this is a waste of time.
Well, he did have Kawhi, a healthy Kawhi by then.
Whatever. It didn't help. It did help that Kevin Durant ruptured his Achilles and Klay Thompson tore his ACL.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're right. But that's the way of the game, though. We got it. You still got to play. Next man up.
So, will he lead Philly to a championship? I doubt it.
No.
So does anybody know if Doc Rivers can find himself a new job?
He's a finalist for the Phoenix Suns, though.
Is he really?
No. He ain't going to get that job.
Doc don't need no more.
Doc going to be back at ESPN next year. Right.
Stop it.
No, somebody put out
ESPN. He going to be.
Somebody put out an article saying why the Phoenix Suns need to slam the door shut on Doc Rivers.
But wasn't he a coach for them before?
No, he coached the
He
Clippers.
comes for the Clippers.
The problem with Doc Rivers is that Doc Rivers has an abysmal playoff record. The man is 16-33 in the playoffs. He only wins 32% of his playoff games.
Oh, ouch.
Not only that, the only championship he's won, he had Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett. If you can't win a championship with Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, and Kevin Garnett, then you need to turn in any license to qualify you to coach anything.
And that title, and he's living off that title. That title was 15 years ago. You don't need another coaching job. You had Chris Paul, Blake Griffin when you were in LA. You were in Orlando. You blew a 3-1 lead, and you had Tracy McGrady.
Maybe he just chokes when it's maybe he just chokes when it's the finals and stuff. Maybe that's what it is.
It ain't about choking. See, let me explain something to you about coaching. Coaching is about adjustments and putting your players in profitable situations to win. Doc Rivers don't adjust. He doesn't.
His quote, and this is his quote, it's a make or miss league. That's his quote. So he said there's no need for adjustments. And he don't adjust. His team could be getting blown out like when they played Boston, when they had a chance to close out Boston, and Boston went on like a 50-10 run in the third quarter. And he didn't do nothing. He didn't call a timeout, nothing.
Well, you can't feel so bad for Doc Rivers because he's a millionaire too.
Doc Rivers been coaching forever.
Yeah, you can't feel sorry for Doc either. You know, he'll manage that too.
Cause the thing that everybody's waiting for, I think Ty.
I lost sound. Y'all hear me? I don't hear you. I lost picture. And she waving. I can wave. Y'all wave. There we go. Yeah, well, lost you. Don't know what happened. Well, I guess that's all, folks. Don't know what happened to Elle and Brianna, but guess I'll see you all next week. I don't hear. Grace and peace.